unmute himself if he needs to.
WMFD.com. It is Coffee Talk with Jay Fox, live from the WMFD TV studios in Ontario, Ohio. We're sponsored in part by the Cove Coffee Shop in Old Town, Ontario. And today we have the cast of Cypress High School, the brand new charter school in Mansfield, Ohio, and the former Jerry's Furnishings location out on 4th Street. We are absolutely pleased to have all of you. And we'll start with the superintendent, the principal, the lady in charge herself, Ms. Danielle Kelley. How are you?
I'm good, Jay. How are you?
I am blessed. I woke up this morning and we get to do it again. So let me ask
All right,
you
that's
this.
always a good thing.
It is. It's always a good thing. Tell me first of all, what is Cypress High School? Where did it come from? Why is it happening?
All right. Well, Cypress High School, it is a non-traditional charter school. And so what I mean by a non-traditional charter school is that we are a school that we are here to help students who, for whatever reason, they aren't succeeding in the traditional model. And that actually, Jay, can look like anything. It can be whether they've dropped out of school, but they want to come back and finish and get their high school diploma, whether they're still at school, but for some reason they're not getting that personal attention that they need. Some students, they need, flexible schedules. They need personal attention. They need smaller class sizes. They just need to have a more nurturing relationship opportunity with teachers. And so that's what we offer, is we really are building relationships with the kids. We are empowering them to actually take initiative and take over for their own education. We are not a brand new school. So you say where we came from. We are actually one of about 13 schools, high schools, under the Oakmont Education umbrella. So we've got schools in Columbus, we've got schools in Cleveland, in Akron, in Dayton. So it's not a new model. We're just new to Mansfield.
I understand. So you talk about personal attention. What is the difference in class size between a normal high school and the Cypress experience?
All right. Well, we actually want to keep our classes small, no more than 18, tops 20, or we're capping it at. But we want to keep them small because we feel like, there's some students that need to build more connection and need more time with a teacher. And a lot of the more traditional schools, just because they are larger, unfortunately, teachers are not able to spend as much time with the student one-on-one than you would get at a more a smaller class size. So we're offering that smaller class size. Students get to go at their own pace. So they can go as quickly as they need to or at a speed that actually works for them. So if you have a student who, come on, some students actually just get anxiety because, they feel like they're not catching up with the other students and they feel inadequate. And so this way, students are able to actually learn how they best choose to learn and how it's effective for them.
Now, the age range in this school is between the ages of 15 and 21, which is not an age range that you typically associate with a high school experience. Usually you cap it at 18 or 19. Why up to 21?
We are capping it up to 21. Once if you have those students that for different reasons may have had to drop out of school because they've had some type of responsibilities in the home or other issues have happened. So we have raised the age so that we can allow those students to actually come back and be able to finish and get a high school diploma. Along with, we also are doing career tech as well. So
Okay.
We want to be able to reach as many people as possible and give them advantage.
So before we meet some of the other people in the room, I'd like to know two things. First of all, what are the course offerings associated with Cypress this coming year? And then, of course, we got to know a little bit about you and your background.
Okay, the good stuff, stuff. All right, well, the course offerings are, we're having just the regular 4 core subjects. We do have this math, English, science, and social studies. But what's so great is we are actually offering career tech. And so we are offering the kids opportunity to get certificate for there. We're starting off with IT. We are doing customer care, we are doing construction, and we are doing healthcare. And the first subject in healthcare that we're going to be focusing on is phlebotomy. So it's our goal to be able to help students not only get their high school diploma, but by the time they graduate, they can get certification in either one or more. It doesn't just have to be one. I mean, if you have a student that says, you know what, I want to be certified in all four before I leave, they can do it.
They can do it.
They can do it. And it's free. So why not?
So let me ask you this. We're opening a new school at a time of extreme uncertainty. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of July. The governor is scheduled to speak at 5:30 this evening. Nobody knows what he's going to say. How are you prepared to move forward in this time of COVID crisis?
We have put a lot of checks and balances in place. Of course, we're like all the other schools, kind of wait to see how this plays out, find out what other schools are doing. We have videos that we are doing, so whether we decide to start and do a full, 5-day week, one of the things that we do have an advantage of is our school sessions are only half a day, so we have 2 sessions. Students can choose to go in the morning from 7:30 to 12, or then they can go in the afternoon from 11:30 to 4. So they have 2 sessions that they can actually choose between. We are also putting into place, just in case, a digital plan, so that if we have to actually go digital, then students will be able to work from home but still come in on certain days to be able to do their classroom work too. So we have that flexible schedule that we're really going to give different scenarios that's going to be able to actually fit the students and their parents to kind of make them feel a little bit better and comfortable.
Now, you've been an educator for more than a day. What
Woo!
brought you to Cypress High? Wasn't that a nice thing to say? More than
That was a nice thing to say because it's been
that's a
25
nice
years.
thing to, yeah, well, I didn't say that. I said more than a day.
I mean,
But
I know I don't
when
look
I talk about my broadcast career, I say I've been here since the dawn of dirt. But you've been doing this for over 25 years. You've had an international experience. What brought you to Mansfield and this organization? Why did you make this choice?
It wasn't me. I actually feel highly blessed and favored. I think it's a higher calling that actually brought me here. I've been traveling all over the world for the last 20 years. I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. I did come back to the area because my kids are all grown and living, in the United States. My mother is here, and I wanted to spend more time with my mom as she gets older. So I did move back to Ohio, and I was just blessed with this opportunity to be able to open and run Cypress High School. To me, it's a blessing. It utilizes every, skill that I've ever had. I'm very passionate about education. I'm truly passionate about giving back and helping our youth be able to get their dreams and put them on the right track to succeed. So I'm super excited to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you in our community. With that being said, we're going to turn our attention to Samuel Thompson, and we're going to talk for a little bit, if Samuel will unmute himself, we're going to talk for a little bit about what it means to teach English at a brand new school. What are you going to be teaching?
I'm going to be teaching a little bit of everything. Some short stories. We're going to talk about novellas, poetry. So I've been going through a little of the coursework myself, and it's going to be a little bit of everything. So I'm really excited.
One of the most important things that comes out of the English department is the ability to read, comprehend, and then write about it. So to what degree will you be having people, read books and write, compare and contrast stories and analyzations? How's that going to work?
Well, I'm going to try a little bit of everything because you do have different learners, visual learners, audio learners. So, and like Danielle said, it does help that we have smaller class size, so we're able to work better individually with the students, one-on-one. So I do think the writing is really important. The reading is really important. You need those skills to succeed in this world. So I really am it's really going to be a matter of trying to suit every student's individual taste.
So can I put something on the book list that I think is appropriate for these times?
Absolutely.
Well, we got to roll Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, brother.
Oh man, that's a book.
That's a classic.
I think the kids would like that.
They probably will.
Because we do have a more flexible way of teaching here that I'm really excited to incorporate. So we might be able to get some ideas in there that the kids might not be able to explore in other school settings. So, Brave New World, that's not outside the realm of possibility.
Well, there you go. If you roll that, I'll audit the class. Do you think it is going to be more challenging to start from scratch, having never worked in this institution before, or is it less challenging because you kind of have a tabula rasa environment where you get to do, within the guidelines of what you're allowed to do, you get to do it your own way?
I think I don't want to say I think it is going to be less challenging because we do have a group of people here that are really committed to helping students succeed. And with this non-traditional model, with the flexibility of the students' schedules, I really feel like we have the chance to help the students get their diplomas, help them succeed, help them meet their goals. So I'm really excited for what's going to happen in the future.
Cool. Well, we're glad to have you. We're going to turn our attention now to Parker. And Parker Shell is the IT guy. What role are you going to be playing when school starts session?
Well, I'd just be getting the students prepared for passing their Microsoft Office specialist certification. So getting them prepared in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook as well. And along with the IT, I'm also going to be doing customer care. So essentially just giving students the skills they need to exist in a business world or in any type of world where there's commerce going on in a marketplace where they can deal with customers or vendors likewise.
So let me ask you this, because those are all programs that we use here at the radio and the TV stations every day. Is there any industry that skill set is not appropriate for?
I haven't found one yet. I mean, I've worked in various operations in the past, be it manufacturing or logistics, and wherever I've been, we've always used some support of Microsoft Office part of their package.
So what does the actual certification mean they can do? Just provide proficiency for use of the programs?
Exactly. Yeah. It just shows that you meet a certain level of proficiency within those programs, and it lets your employer know that, hey, you can do X, Y, and Z, and you're able to do it without somebody, looking over your shoulder or somebody correcting your work.
Some of these programs also include Adobe Creative Suite and learning some graphics and Photoshop and some web techniques. Is that something that you guys plan to offer in the future?
I believe so. I mean, it falls right in with the IT specialties. It's just a little bit of software that we'd have to purchase on the side, and I would say it would be up to obviously Director Kelley. But if there's interest, we would definitely be an avenue we'd like to go down.
Terrific. Well, we're glad you're here. Now we're going to ask Sylvester Ginn, who's going to be a student. Sylvester, why did you come to choose Cypress High, and what are you hoping to achieve this school year?
Well, I was on homeschool and it did not work out well.
Okay.
And then I heard that Cypress was open up and it was giving us an opportunity to, succeed better than I was at my old school. So
what's your hope for the future? What do you want to do?
with me, I kind of want to go into construction.
Okay, so that construction program where you're actually going to learn from people who are in the trade, that should be very valuable to you.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you done any internships or have you picked up a hammer yet?
Oh yeah, I do some things with my grandfather, but not a serious internship. But I'm hoping that Cypress can help me out with that.
Okay, and what about the rest of the curriculum? What else do you feel that you can get out of Cypress?
Well, my family has always been into nursing and healthcare, and Cypress do offer that here, so that'd be pretty cool to go into. And IT, it's pretty cool.
So you have some choices. So if one thing doesn't work out, there's going to be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody your age knows what they're going to do yet. They have to try. Let's
Right.
talk to Ann Parks and let's hear what she has to say. Ann, how did you come to find out about Cypress?
Well, my mom saw it online one day. I don't remember what site. And since I struggle so much at senior high, she suggested that we go and get an interview there. And I was kind of sketchy at first because it was a new school and I have really bad anxiety. But once I got there and started talking to Danielle, it was just great. We hit it off right off the bat. Everything just sounded perfect to me, and it just sounded like a really great school, and I was all in for it.
What is the one thing that you're looking forward to the most as you approach the new school year?
Probably not as much work and everything. At senior high, you have all these different classes that you have to get all the work today. You have all these different periods and everything. But Cypress is just 4 hours a day, and you can work at your own pace, and I won't be stressed out and super worried about if I'm going to pass or not.
So you feel pretty excited about starting the school year in a month or so.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
And
thrilled.
thank you so much for being with us. We're going to go back to Danielle and talk a little bit about some important dates and activities that are coming up. This Saturday, you guys are having an open house. Tell us how that's going to work.
Yes, this Saturday we are having enrollment day from 12 noon to 3 p.m. So we are encouraging everyone to come out. We are asking people to bring people that they know that may be interested in attending to get more information. We're actually, even though we're still a little under construction, we're actually giving a tour of the school. So I think that's what people have been driving by looking and wondering and very curious about. So we're having all of our students who have enrolled come out so they can get a tour. Anyone that wants to come out and get more information, we're going to give them a tour as well. We want to be able to just have an opportunity to meet people, get a chance to get to know us. We get a chance to know them. We're having free food, come out and get some free hot dogs and drinks, and just have a real good time learning about who we are and how we want to be able to help benefit the community.
When does the first day of school actually begin?
The first day of school actually begins August 10th. Of course, we're still waiting to find out, from the governor how things go, because we know that COVID, everything's changing day to day. But
That's right.
right now we are set to open August 10th.
Okay, now there is no cost to attend the school.
It is absolutely free, Jay. Absolutely
How does
free.
that work? Do they need a voucher or what's the paperwork process like?
They come in and they fill out an application package. We have free lunch, so they would actually fill out, and all the kids will qualify and will get free lunch. So we actually have free breakfast as well. So in the mornings sessions, they'll get breakfast, and then they'll have lunch, and then the afternoon session comes in, and they can get the lunch as well.
So you're addressing food insecurity issues at the same time.
Exactly. All of the career tech as well, the textbooks and everything involved in that, the certification that they sit is free as well. So that is why we're encouraging, for me, every student should leave here with at least one certification because it's free and it's something that's going to give them value and skills that they're going to need some way and somehow, some form in their life. Even if it's customer care, everyone needs to know how to deal with people. I mean, I don't care what profession you're in, you have to learn how to deal with people, and build those relationships.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So you are still you're still enrolling students, correct?
Yes, we
and
are.
You still have a couple of openings for a few remaining positions. How do people get a hold of you? Is there an email address that you'd like to give out?
Yeah, people can send any kind of cover letter or resume to info at Cypress, CYPRESS, high.org. So
That's an easy email.
It's easy. Info at cypress.org.
Info at cypresshigh.org. Write it down, info at cypresshigh.org. And to learn more about the school, you can simply go to the website, cypresshigh.org. Danielle, as we finish up today, what is the thing that you are most excited about as you look forward to August 10th?
I'm excited about just having the students come in here and just give them an opportunity to meet my staff, build relationships. Thing is relationships. You know, I tell the students when they come and enroll, look, you know, when you walk through my door, if you have a look on your face, I want to be able to say, okay, you know what's wrong? Come talk to me, or go find another teacher that you can talk to, because we're going to sit down and figure out what's wrong, you know. So we really are geared. The culture I'm building at the school is building the relationships with the students, empowering them to take advantage of their own education. And when the students set their plan in action, our role is just to help them execute their plan.
That's great. So again, we want you to check out cypresshigh.org, cypresshigh.org. We want to thank our very special guests, Danielle Kelley, and also the instructors, Samuel Thompson and Parker Schell, and two of the newest students, Sylvester Ginn and Ann Parks, for being with us today. You have been watching and listening to Coffee Talk. I'm Jay Fox. This is a product of WMFD Television and available to be seen or heard at WMFDTV.com, WMFD.com. Thank you all for being with us, and good luck with Cypress High.
Thank you so much, Jay.